If you've ever seen a guitar that looks familiar but is a little bit different, that could very well be a Fano guitar. An instrument which blends vintage inspiration with boutique creativity. Born from one man's obsession with what a guitar could be, Fano Guitars has become one of the most talked about names in the world of boutique electric guitars. His guitars look familiar, but with a twist. Today I have here this Fano RB6. Thanks to Guitar Story for lending me this one for a video. So it's a perfect opportunity to talk a bit about Fano Guitars as a brand, their history and designs. So grab your tea or coffee or another drink of choice and let's get it started. So the whole Fano Guitars story starts with one man, Dennis Fano. What's interesting, Fano didn't begin as a great guitarist or even primarily a guitarist at all. He started as a bass player and, by his own admission, not a very good one. And his interest in instruments wasn't ever about playing them perfectly, about perfecting the skills. It was more about understanding how they work. This curiosity began in the mid-1980s with experimenting on rebuilding and modifying his own guitars. Then he spent over 5 years working in a renowned Matt Umanoff guitar shop in New York, and in 2001 he decided to open his own guitar repair shop in Fleetwood, Pennsylvania. He started out repairing and modifying jazz bass guitars, but soon built a reputation for crafting boutique instruments. What's remarkable is that he had never worked in a guitar factory where guitars were produced from start to finish, yet his instruments immediately appealed to professional musicians. His approach was simple but a bit unconventional, so he took the design of the 1950s and recombined them in the new ways with different woods, different pickups, different hardware. He never meant to do that. He often described Fano guitars as classic patterns with a twist, and this description kind of stuck because it was pretty accurate. Fano guitars quickly became known for quality craftsmanship and materials, offering players unique playable instruments that they could truly make their own. As demand grew, Dennis Fano brought the Fano guitars into Premier Builders Guild in 2009. The idea was to make boutique-level instruments more accessible. Production moved to California while Dennis Fano stayed in Pennsylvania, building select custom instruments. By 2014, the partnership with Dennis Fano ended, and Fano Guitars continued under new ownership, eventually landing with Desert Sun Musical Instruments. And then something essential shifted. The guitars were still good, of course, but the restless experimentation that defined the early years of the brand moved on together with its creator. And the next chapter, you probably already know, was Novo Guitars. And even the name reflected Dennis' mindset and approach a bit. The word Novo comes from Latin, and Dennis Fano had some Italian roots, so this makes sense. It means new, starts where Fano ends, mirrors his surname in length and structure, and signals a clean state or a fresh start. With Novo, Dennis fully returned to design, but now with years of experience. The guitars pushed even further away from the vintage strict outlines, while still drawing deeply from them. In 2025 though, the story came full circle. Just before NAMM, it was announced that Fano and Novo would join forces again under a new company called Psionic Design Lab. The production would move under one roof, combining the teams from the UK and the USA. with Dennis once again deeply involved in shaping the future of the designs. And all of this theory and history becomes much easier to understand while actually holding the Fano, and this RB6 is a great example. This one was made in the US in 2013 and it comes from the Alt de Facto line. That means it's a part of Fano's top-tier hand-built series. The body is alder with a carved German-style top, finished in striking candy apple red. The neck is maple, bolt-on, and has a late 50s round back profile, so it's a bit chunky. And it's paired with a Madagascar rosewood fretboard with simple dot inlays. It's equipped with a pair of Fraulein P90s pickups. And when it comes to the hardware, we have a Tone Pro wraparound bridge and Goto Kusen style tuners. Every part of this guitar from wood to hardware feels solid, balanced and designed to just work. This guitar is very beautiful, especially that it comes in the candy apple red, which is my top of the top color on guitars. But personally, one obstacle that I have here is the neck, which is way too chunky for me. And it really made me struggle a bit when playing. It's like on the verge of the playability for me. But this certainly wouldn't be a problem for people preferring chunkier necks. But overall, it's a very well-built instrument. I love the design, I love the color, as I said before, and you can really feel that this design is something special and unique. So I am very happy that I got to spend a couple of days with this beautiful instrument. So that's all for this video. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know if you've ever played a Fano guitar and which model and if you liked it. Also remember to like this video if you enjoyed it, to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and ring the bell to be notified when I post new videos. Also follow me on Instagram for some more guitar content. See you next time, bye!